Okay, let's do this in 3 minutes. I'll try my best. The tank is sealed using a tank sealer product. First time I've ever used it, so it was a bit of trial and error. And I'll tell you straight up, what I did wrong was I put too much in. I didn't realise that how well it would cover all inside the tank. A friend of mine said it was like this. It was kind of difficult to do, and when I sort of overcompensated and sort of poured too much in, and hence too much. So I had to try and scoop some of it out, because you can't pour it out easily because of the design of the tank. It won't actually flow out over the lips and the filler or the pump section. So next tank I do, the 6 tank, I will just increase it slowly and move it around and add a bit more. So that's the big thing that I found that went sort of horribly wrong for me, and I ended up having to try and scoop some out with a disposable 1-inch brush, trying to get it out. So next time I'll have another brush ready in an old container and paint around a little bit around the lip and stuff like that. So that's the only downside. Now, the tank is done. It's beautiful now. It is sealed, rust-free, after the horror story of seeing it before. So if you've got your bike sitting at home, it's been in the garage for 4 years or something like that, with a little bit of fuel in it, you open up the cap and there's that horrible stale smell. You got to pull it all apart. It's a 1 week job basically. Now I use the fuel pump bottom assembly to blank off the bottom when you're doing all this, and you put a rubber hose on there and bolt, just blank it off. So you use the bottom of the pump to plug the bottom. Now, if you want to go cheap, you can use like a detergent first and vinegar, and soak it for a week. Fill the tank up for a week and then drain it all out. And you have to be straight away ready immediately once you've drained it out and pressure wash it. You then have to fill the tank with bicarb soda mix. And you need to have like down here, a 38 litre bucket down here that I had to buy, and have it all pre-mixed so that as soon as the vinegar goes out, in goes the bicarb. Otherwise it flash rusts immediately. It's a hassle. That's the downside of using the vinegar, and it's a major problem really, because you want it perfectly clean. So I went on to then bought a product that is designed for fuel tanks, and it doesn't flash rust after you do it. And I had this tank, so I redid it. After the vinegar, I redid it with that, soak it again for days, drain it out and reuse it. But when you drain it out, it doesn't rust. It just stays in that raw metal appearance, and you can just put the pump back in, put the petrol in, and away you go. But if you ever let it go down and not use the bike again, it will rust back up. So you can just use that and use it for years. But if you want to go the next step, you can buy these seal kits and sealer kits and do it that way. So there you go. I've gone 4 minutes now. I've gone over time. So what I did with the bought the seal kit, all I did was just use the wash it, clean it up that way. I didn't put the chemical in it because the metal was already etched and clean. I just wanted to give it a wash because I've been doing other things lately that I haven't been able to do anything with the tank. So, and then sealed it, mix it up, pour it in, and then keep working the sort of like it's like thick primer type of paint, and just sort of whoosh it, move it around inside the tank. and be very careful at the end that you don't get any any drips running onto the mating surfaces, because it really does dry hard. As it says in the instructions, you can't use any solvents. Once it's dried, you can't, and no solvents will remove it. And the other thing that you need with all these steps, in between the steps, is the hairdryer to dry all the water out and stuff. When you go on to the next step, wash it, then sealer, you've got to dry it in between. So I use the hairdryer and a bit of patience. Pressure washer is a must. You need that. And basically be prepared to be organised with your buckets, and it comes out perfect. Now that I've done this tank, it's ready to go. I can put it back together and it's good to go. It'll last forever now. Seal. Do the R6 tank next, and I've got another Hayabusa tank over there. We'll grab that one. Hang on. This Gen 1 Hayabusa tank is in perfect condition, but it's just raw inside, so it just needs a light chemical treatment, and then seal this one. And then this is my not my spare. I want to do a colour change for the Gen 1. So, and I've got a spare but slightly dented TLR tank, and that needs a proper rust treatment done on that, and then that would be my spare. So there you go, guys. Whoops. So there you go. 7 minutes. Unfortunately, a few issues at home, but I've missed a couple of weeks, and I've been out testing the bikes. With cameras and stuff like that. So I have been riding as well, but I don't post it up because the images weren't good for what I was trying to get to achieve. So anyway, this tank's done. Big learning curve, and I'll get on the R6 tankers next, because that's my friend's there, and I can do a better job on that one, just as like a test dummy. Thanks, guys. Give it a like if you found this video helpful. I appreciate it. Catch us later. Bye-bye.